Hi, let us um, um, check into the Angular new project creation. So Angular comes with a very good command line schematic to create the new project, but it doesn't give us the proper menus and starting application to expand. So this is an attempt to further the Angular schematic of creating the new project with standard material menus and routing so that a beginner can keep expanding, keep creating the components and adding the application functionality without knowing much about Angular. Okay, let us get started. First, we need to create the Angular project. For that, we need to use the Angular command line ng new for creating the new project and project name. Say project with menus. Project with menu and routing. So you don't have to learn about routing and menu, how menus are created and all that. This does a bunch of things. Okay. Let me stop the recording meanwhile. Now it has created the Angular new project with this command. Now we are ready to, we need to CD to that, change directory to that new project. It will create a new directory and create the project files in that. So we need to go inside that project. And here you will see all the Angular files. Now we want to provide the menus using the Angular materials. So go to the Angular material website here, and you need to add the Angular materials module to your project. So you need to this cannot be added globally. So you have to add to the project. To every project, you need to add the Angular materials. So this is the command to add the Angular materials. So that module will have all the Angular GUI widgets and any related scripts for that. So let us pause the recording. So this has added the Angular materials to your project. Press yes for both these options, and this you can choose the default. I believe it is taking no as the default, so you have to press yes. Now we are ready to start our project. Let us see what is inside this project. Code dot. This will launch the Visual Studio Code IDE. So I'm assuming you already know how to install the Node.js and Visual Code and all those things. Now this is your source project, and this is the app folder where your files are there. And this one has the starting components and all that. So let us see how the out of the box starting project looks. So for that, we need to run the Angular project in gserv. So this will compile your project and make the JavaScript bundle, and you will be able to run in your development mode. Okay, now this is the URL for your application that is running inside your Visual Studio Code. So you can see how your starting application runs. So far we have not done anything. This is the application Angular built out of the box without any modifications. So let us remove all the external code that we don't need. Now let us see how the application looks. Now the application looks like blank. Say blank application, blank app. So blank app. Though we have added the Angular materials here, we haven't yet used the Angular materials. So let us use the Angular materials to add the starting menus. So let's create another terminal. So those who are in Mac, these are very familiar. Okay. Now go to the materials website, go to the guides, go to the schematics. So the schematics gives a starting applications, especially component schematics. So the navigation schematic is the one which I am trying to explain. This will give you the starting menus and starting menus. So let us utilize that and see how we can further our application. So ng generate component name. So let us give main menu or whatever, main menu, just to make it different. So it builds a main menu component with the built with the Angular materials. So you must be knowing the selector. This is a component and its selector is app menu. So this is like a HTML tag. So let us use that and include in your main component. So main component, app menu, main component. Now we just added the main menu component to the app component, which is also called the root component. Let us see how application looks. Oh, this is not the one. Okay. Project with menus. Looks like we added the address schematic. So that's not what we want. We want to add the navigation schematic. That's why it is showing. Yeah, by the way, so we added the address schematic. That's why we got the address component. So if you are building any application containing shipping address and or loading address or any address, this is a great component that comes out of the box in materials. So you could use this. But today we are focusing on the navigation. So we should use the navigation schematic, this one. So by mistake, we have used the other one. So that's not a problem. We will, okay, main menu, we will delete this. Main menu, we'll take out this one. So we'll delete the main menu. Delete main menu. Okay. Now let us put the same name for the main menu, so that it will build the component with the same name. Now it has built the main menu component with the what is that? Angular side nav and navigation components. So without doing anything, let's add this navigation to our root component without doing anything and see how it looks in the application. Because it is in dev mode, fail to compile. Okay. Let's see if still this problem is there. Control C, gsir. Because we deleted the component, some of the bindings in the modules and others may need to be readjusted. Though we gave the same name, but sometimes it won't pick up. Now see, compilation is correct. So we don't have any problems. We can browse the application. You see, out of the box, just by adding the navigation schematic, we got the side nav and we got the starting component. And we can lower this, you'll get the hamburger bar menu, and you can, this is in the mobile mode. So you can ready to launch this application. Let us treat this as the starting application for all your Angular projects. Now let us build a master details project out of this. So you can copy this project, rename this, and start modifying this for master details. Okay. Consider that we did those two things. We just copied that and we had this project. Now I want to add two components. I want to add a master component, ng generate C master. Oh, I need to be in app source app. Okay, then it will create a subdirectory and properly. So ng generate C for component master. So it will generate another master directory with all the three files. HTML is the actual Angular HTML component view, and TS is the component controller or the actual code, and spec is the text file, and CSS is the renderer for this HTML or what is that beautifier. So let us create another component for details. The idea is you will have a list of items in the master. Once you click the item in the master page, master component, detail components comes up with all the details for that master component. So that is the idea. So now see here we are talking about routing, Angular routing. You will have a main menu. Once you click on one menu, you'll get the master. Then you click on that, you have to get the details. So let us build a rudimentary routing for that. Okay, app. Okay, main component, main menu. Why is this? Okay. Corresponding. Okay. Let's take out. It will just import by itself. It's really needed. Okay. App component. Okay. Quick fix in component. Okay. You see, just it will fix by itself. Re-importing. Now we will let's build the routing for this. So routing is available in the routing module, routing.ts. So how do you build the routers routing? Let's not stress out. We will build just say routing example, Angular. Okay, router tutorial. Okay, add navigation with routing. Something should be there here. Okay, here routes should be there. Path, this one. Okay, this is good enough for us. So if I click on master, the master component has to load. Now let's see. Control this one. Master component. So that comes from this one. Master this one. So this is the right component. Now, just for proof of concept sake, we will build the details component also as a path. Okay, for some reason it is Control C, Control V. Okay, details. And here, Control space. You don't need space. You need the details component. Okay, details component. Here it should be. Okay. Now we have the route. So it's already loaded into the route. So this route should be available anywhere. So master and details. Let us use these routes in our main menu. So in the main menu, instead of link 1, link 2, if I click the, so for that, let us, instead of the hrefs, let us use the router links, which are native to the Angular. Router link, okay, equal to, what are the router links we have? Master, should come master. Okay, so the link is master. Now the second link, let us show the details. So though actually you click on the master component to get the details, just for understanding sake, let us think we click on the menu item, head menu item, to get the details. So we don't have a third component to navigate for now. Well, let's leave it, take it out. So now you have a skeletal application with menus, routing, and you are ready to rock. Here you have two menus. If you click a menu, so you have to route that. Depending on the route, you have to load that component. So details and master. Okay, so why it is not coming? Because the router, this is the magic which will load the component depending on the router outlet. This we put in the main component. But this, the content page here, it is inside the menu. So that's why it is unable to load the router routing outlet. So let us go to main menu component. Here we need to add the router outlet here. That's why when we build this menu, they clearly mentioned here, add content here. So you can add the content using router outlet or NG content, either of it. But nowadays, router outlet is very, very stable, and we should use the router outlet as and when possible. Now let us see. Master works, detail works. So you can keep enhancing the master page. So you can go to master page, you can say You can add some more HTML or some more whatever you want, and you keep enhancing that. And it will show up here. And detail space and build the logic. So this is a one step further than the out of the box project from Angular, using the Angular materials, menus, and routing. So understanding even this where to put the router outlet, these things take some time. So if you have a ready project like this, it will really save a lot of time. Thank you.